Last time on Polymorph Self, the epic saga of Seyda, the sneakiest of sneaking barbarians. Bjorn and I bravely descended into the pit of blink dogs and discovered another one of those black obsidian cubes, plus a big pile of treasure. Our new stylish form of formation moonwalking meant we weren't surprised when the dimensional doggies tried to catch us from behind. And if anyone asks, we definitely did that awesome linked arm spin around hit the thing attacking your buddy move. Hjani jumped into the fight with flair, and Onas thinks we didn't see his failed attempt at being cool, but we did. We all saw. And then he electrocuted our only ladder out. Blink dogs dispatched, treasure counted, mysterious cube still untouched, we found a plain corridor, down which we marched, and marched, and marched, until we got bored of the tower's spatial shenanigans and turned back. Down a different mysterious corridor, Bjorn snuck out and I followed most sneakily to find a magic gem that instantly dissolved. I feel like this tower is mocking us now. Realizing we had explored all of the lower rooms, we finally decided to make our way up.
In front of you is a construction to rival anything in the known world. Even though you have seen the magnificent Grand Arch at Linake that spans the mile-wide Great Kalni River, the atrium is still breathtaking. The circular... leaving a pause for breath being taken.
There's a gasp.
Yes, sorry, go on.
Yeah. The circular floor is at least 200 feet across and paved with pale, shiny marble. Looking up, there is no ceiling. The walls rise in a tube and continue as far as the eye can see, perhaps even the entire height of the monolith. There is a central pillar of black stone rising all the way with it, seemingly unsupported from the sides, with an arched entrance at its base. The reason you can see all this clearly is the true marvel. Covering most of the walls and snaking around the central columns are myriad dark green vines. The vines sprout flowers and branches every foot. Each branch has rows of flowers and seed pods, all of which glow bright blue. It is sufficient to light the whole hall and the space above. The air around you contains floating spores that glow like blue dust catching a sunbeam. There are no windows or exits to the outside world, though. Casting about, you see a wide arched exit at each compass point. You are at the south exit. So this is twice as big as the spider hall and circular. An arch at each compass point, this huge sort of central black pillar, and it just goes up and up and up and up with this sort of crystalline blue bioluminescence.
So we have 4 entrances that we could possibly go into right now, right?
3.
5 if you don't count climbing it.
Well, because isn't there something in the middle pillar? There's a little entrance in the middle pillar? Okay.
I go closer and inspect one of these seed pods.
Hjani.
I go and take a peek around that middle pillar door.
Seyda.
I follow Bjorn and see how sturdy the vines are, if you could climb them.
Onas.
I walk around the pillar, marveling at its construction and seeing if there's any inscriptions of any kind or if I recognize anything about it.
So Onas and Hjani are heading to the central pillar. So
Yes.
As you walk out onto the marble-floored atrium, your footsteps sort of echo impressively up into the open space, and you head off in that direction. Meanwhile, Bjorn and Seyda...
And the word sneak, sneak, echo throughout.
I'm not saying it quite that loudly. It's kind of
the
under
echo.
my breath. Oh.
Yeah.
Can I ask what the circumference of this pillar is, how wide it is? I didn't...
Yeah, once you arrive, I'll let you
Okay.
learn that in a moment, because you have to kind of like have a little bit of a stroll over to it. This is a huge sort of open internal space. Bjorn and Seyda just look directly off to your left, and these vines are intertwined, sort of knotty, and just like almost like a climbing frame, in fact. Very easy to climb up.
Yay.
And these seed pods and flowers, just again, they seem to like glow lightly, but there's enough of them, it creates this bioluminescence. And the seed pods are kind of like half open, like a packet, and these spores are like drifting out light on the air. As you two get about halfway across to the pillar, you notice that this archway is like a door in its base, without a door, like an arched entrance. And it's at least 20 foot across. Like it's obviously going to contain some form of like room or stairs or something.
The entrance is 20 foot across, or the pillar itself?
The pillar itself, with a proper door in it. So this is like a really large column. But it just goes all the way up into darkness too, and there's nothing attaching it to the sides. It seems like almost, impossible that it's not leaning over architecturally speaking. But as you're about to get close to it, beyond it, because you can see the whole width of this floor, over by the western arch, what you see are 2 pony-sized spiders with weird extra protrusions on the bottom with little arms and domes on their backs housing glowing brains. And they sort of like scuttle around. They're as large as the monstrous spiders and sort of like, as far as you can tell, stare at you with their 8 simple eyes. So now I'm going to take other actions. Onas, you and Hjani have just seen this.
We've just seen the spiders. I take a few steps towards the spiders. I guess they're quite a distance from us, aren't they?
Yeah, they're about another 50 foot across to the other side of the east side of the hall.
I take a few steps and then I shout out to them, "Hey, you! Hey there!"
Hjani?
I ready my bow.
You ready your bow. Onas takes a few careful steps towards them. He shouts, "Hey, you!" At which point, a magic missile, a bolt of red laser energy, comes flying out from in front of one of their faces and blasts into your body, Onas.
Into my body.
Yes. What is your will save?
My will save is 6.
And you have to get 14 or equal to resist.
If you get 14, that will save you.
We'll see about that.
15.
I rolled. Yep, 15 plus 6, 21.
You succeed, so I'm going to half this damage. 3 plus 1 is 4, so you take 2 points of damage as you manage to concentrate and deflect some of it using your sorcerer's skills.
Yeah.
Hjani, would you like to loose an arrow?
I would like to rapid shot.
Okay, the AC of these things that you have not come across before is 13.
All right, so it is, with my rapid shot, it's a +7 attack bonus. First one is 6 plus 7 is 13.
Okay, the first one is a hit.
And then the second is, 19.
Are you hitting the same one or one each?
1 each.
Okay, how much damage from the first arrow?
So the first arrow is a 1d8 plus 1. Where's the d?
That's a 10, I think.
This is a 10? Okay, sorry, where's the d8?
It's over by Seyda.
All right, 5 plus 1, 6.
Okay.
And then the second one is a 5 plus 1, 6. So I 6 them both.
Okay, you, in rapid fashion, put an arrow into each one of them, at which point Seyda and Bjorn, you become aware of action happening over there. And you can see these things beyond them now, because it's like got this blue light lighting up the whole thing, but they're kind of quite small in your vision. So looking back to see what's going on, you see these 2 monstrous spiders with extra appendages and a brain dome on their back.
Are we seen?
Sorry, they don't know. Though you're unseen because you're right against the wall, but you see what's going on.
Okay. You guys are inside of the...
No, we're not inside the
They're sort of out into the atrium, closer to the central pillar than towards you.
Yeah.
And they've started engaging these things at range. The one that didn't use magic missile is now going to take its action, and I'm going to roll this d6. Odd is Hjani, even is Onas, just to be fair. It's odd. That's Hjani. So one of these spiders backs up and shoots a white, sticky rope through the air, heading for you. What's your reflex save?
My reflex save is 6.
And you have to get 15 or above.
Okay. 7 plus 6 is
13.
13.
A white jet of silky wet fluid flies through the air, expands into a web, and just hits you, knocking you back and sticking you to the ground.
Gross.
And you have to make the sound as you struggle. Yeah.
So the next action you have will be to either use a DC 15 strength check or a DC 13 escape artist check to try and get free.
Okay.
So that
just
brings
take
us
it
round.
like a champ.
Okay, so Bjorn, seeing this happening, what would you do next?
I make a wide... I essentially just want to get behind the spiders without being seen, so I just make a wide loop, moving silently all the while.
Okay, this time I'm going to ask you, do you have like a hide or some check?
Yeah, I've got a +8 to hide.
Awesome. You have to get 15 or above to successfully work your way around the side undetected by these creatures.
Watch me. That's an 8 plus 3 is 11.
Yeah, the roll is 3 though, right? And the 8 is your...
Yeah, the roll
I
is
just
3.
want you to declare it. The roll is...
The roll is 3.
The roll is 3. Yeah, I just want that to be clear. I just want the shittiness of the roll. I want it to be obvious the 3 is the roll.
All right, let's dwell on this. I rolled a 3. My hide skill is an 8.
So you get 11.
I get 11.
Awesome. So you are going around... They may not notice you, but you're making your way around the side.
I'll never know.
You'll find out soon enough.
Oh.
Seyda.
I'm giving up on my attempts at sneaking. I'm just going to rush over to them. How quickly can I get there?
What's the speed on your speed box?
The speed on my speed box. Where is my speed box?
You have speed somewhere there written down.
40 foot.
Okay, and at a sprint, a sprint, it's going to be, I think it's like double.
Right.
At a guess. So if you sprint, you can reach them in the very next action, but you
Okay.
can't attack them this round.
Okay.
So
I sprint over towards my friends in dye apparel.
you sprint. Onas, what's your action?
I am going to summon a celestial riding dog so that I have some maneuverability so I can charge these mofos and shocking grasp them. So,
Onas opens his palms, concentrates. Ectoplasm and light manifest in front of him, and they form into a celestial glowing riding dog, about the same size as the blink dogs you've encountered, but this one is under your control, and you sit astride it. It bears your weight, and you are now riding your riding dog.
Yeah. 'Cause dog is a 4-letter word spelled backwards. All right, let's go.
What? Dog?
I was trying to think of something. I couldn't think of anything to say. Dog.
Right, and before we let's roll initiative formally then before the next one. So they have a +6 on initiative. Actually, they roll a 17. Well, I roll a 17. Unlike that 3 that Bjorn rolled, and I get 23.
That was shit.
It was a terrible
Remember that
roll.
time that he rolled a 3?
He was so confident about it, too.
Stupid.
I know.
Idiot.
Let's see if it worked.
And now let's go to Onas.
I'm rolling initiative, yes?
Yes, for yourself.
Okay. I rolled
An 11.
an 11.
Do you have an initiative bonus?
I hope I do. Initiative bonus is 2, so I've got 13 altogether.
13 altogether. Seyda?
I have a +7 to initiative, and I rolled 12.
Can you add them together and say the number because
No.
listeners can't see?
No, I can't.
19.
Thank you.
That you are forgiven for that 3. No more ragging you for the 3. Well, they're going to rag Sailor. Oh my god. No, now it's on to me
Yeah.
for not being able to speak.
Edit it out. All right, I have a +4 initiative modifier, and that's a roll of 17. It's 21.
21. Top of the players, but not top of the order.
I have a +5, 8, so the 13 altogether.
Okay, I wrote anus instead of onus. That's awesome.
That's accurate.
I think that's on you, nothing
Anus
not on
and
me.
sailor, my goodness.
No, that's right. I said sailor then anus. It's all coming.
And there's some tendrily vines in here as well, so
Yeah.
things could get pretty
And ropes
messed
flying
up.
around.
And
What's
ropes
going on in the
flying
DM's
around.
head?
And
That's
riding
right, yeah.
dogs.
And riding dogs.
Been trying to keep it very action game focused. We're trying to do dungeon crawl, but it's just gonna come out no matter what happens, isn't it? Sailors, anuses,
Yeah.
ropes.
And who's that? Whose fault is that?
I don't know.
What kind of dungeon are we in?
Yeah, a tall
It's not
Dark,
theme.
long.
Lots of semen.
one full of sailors. Yeah,
Tall, viney shaft.
Yeah, there's a big shaft in here, right?
you are at the base of a shaft
Yes.
right now. Actually, we've made that clear. Okay, so these 2 spiders. The first one is going to take its action, which is to use another magic missile at. I'm flipping that 4-sided dice again. Number 1. You get blasted by a magic missile.
Who
again.
does?
Onus does.
Oh.
Yes. Roll that saving throw again.
Yeah, bring it on. I don't care. Saving throw. Okay, so how do I do that?
D20?
D20, okay.
What is your willpower save
My
number?
willpower save is, which I looked up about 5 seconds ago, 6.
And you need the 14 or above.
Okay, so I'm rolling. I rolled a 15, and so I get 6, 21.
So again, the damage will be half as you partially deflect it with your sorceress power. I'll round down. It's a 5, so 2 points of damage again. The other spider goes scuttling to meet Seyda in combat, but that's its action. Which now brings us to Onas.
Oh, yeah, okay, so I'm not trying to turn back time. This is a question. +2 versus spell save on my special abilities. Should that have affected those rolls?
Yeah, but only if you declare it.
Right, okay, I didn't know about
but
that.
we know now.
Yeah,
Yep.
okay, so that would be +4 normally if I was doing an initiative check in that situation.
Not initiative, but the save against spells, yeah.
Oh, that's a separate thing, is it?
Yeah, you would have used it for what we just talked about, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But you would, since you didn't miss out because you saved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was just wondering.
Okay, what's your action? You are sitting astride your riding dog, your celestial riding dog.
Away we go! I yell, and I grasp its mane. I guess it's got a mane, and then I point it directly at the nearest spider brain thing.
It's not a pony.
It's got a scruff of its neck.
It's got a celestial mane.
It's got a celestial mane. Okay, I'm grabbing its celestial mane.
It's like a chow.
We're running. It's a giant chow. We're running straight towards the nearest beastie.
Yep.
And I'm going to try and get close enough to reach out and shocking grasp it as a kind of like a flyby shocking grasp.
Yeah, you can try that because this celestial riding dog sprints at celestial riding dog speed.
Oh, yeah.
And you try a ride by grasping.
Ride by. Yeah, old dog by.
Touch attack. Its AC for touch is 12.
Okay.
And you have +2, right?
I believe that is correct.
You've cast this spell twice since being awake. How many spells do you have left at that level?
I have at this level,
1?
because my summon monster is also that level, so I have 7+1 at these level 1 spells.
You have
which I've
8
cast
level 1
3.
spells. Oh.
8 level 1 spells, yeah.
So, yeah, go for it.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm rolling again, recap. I'm trying to get 14 with a +2 modifier. Yes, 6 +2, that's 8.
Okay, you sprint by using one hand to grab the mane, another hand to try and get a touch attack, but you fail to make contact on your way past. Bringing us to Seyda. What will you use to attack?
I'm going to use my greatsword to attack this scuttling spider.
Okay, it's as big as a pony. You have 13 AC with a pulsating, translucent brain dome on its back.
8-legged brain ponies. Okay, +7. That's a 12 + 7 is 19.
You hit.
Yay. 2d6 +2. 1 and the 4 is 5 + 2 is 7.
Okay, you slash it with your greatsword for 7 points of damage, and they've both been hit with arrows, actually, so you appear to do a mighty blow into its side, which brings us now on the order to...
I gotta get out.
Yeah, Hjani, what's your strength bonus?
My strength bonus is +3, but my escape artist is actually a 5. So
Awesome, so you need to get 13 or more.
13 or more. Come on. Get out. Get out of here. 5. 10.
You remain stuck under a mass of webbing.
This is gross.
Which brings us to Bjorn.
All right.
You successfully sneak around,
Get
and
out of town!
you may use a certain attack also prefixed with the word sneak.
Yeah.
I sneak attack with my short sword.
Yeah, and it's a sneak attack 2d6 now after your level up, right? So
Yep.
Okay, so you get another +2 to hit on top of your normal bonus.
Okay, so here we go. That's a +2 attack bonus with my short sword.
Okay. So AC is 13.
That's 5 + 4 is 9.
The DM rules that it is allowed, though.
Hooray!
Yeah, so you sneak up behind it. It's as big as a pony. It's essentially large-sized. I don't think there's any way it's going to get out of the way. You plunge your sword into its abdomen.
Damn, that's cold. So that's 2d6 plus my d6.
So 3d6 damage.
Okay. It's 4, 6.
6, okay. You deal it a blow, plunging the short sword into its abdomen, popping it like a sack, and warm goo and blood sort of flows all over your arm and hand.
You dealt it a blow, a sack popped, and you got covered in goo.
I do feel bad, though.
They should feel good. Endorphins should be flowing.
Both of them seem to be seriously wounded. Bring us back in the order to them. Onas. One of the creatures turns around, impressed by your celestial riding dog, and is going to try another strike on you. It shoots a web through the air. What is your ride skill?
My ride skill? I didn't know I had one.
You may not.
Well, no, I don't, but it's based on dexterity. But
That's fine.
Everyone has a skill that this.
If you had ranks in it, I was going to allow you to add it to your reflex save, actually.
okay.
But since you don't, it's your normal reflex save, DC 14.
Okay, 14 with a modifier of 3.
Sorry, this is not the spell. This is the web. 15. Yeah.
15.
Yeah, DC 15.
So
What's
this
your
is a
modifier?
for this
Reflex save.
reflex save. Okay.
As this spider web is flying through the air towards you.
Yeah, my modifier is 3,
Okay, go for it.
and I have to get 14.
15 or above
Okay.
to avoid.
17 plus 3. I'm not getting spaffed in the face by no spider spaff again.
You maneuver your dog around and duck under the web.
Good dog.
Leaving the one fighting Seyda. Seyda, what's your AC?
18.
18. It's going to use bite plus 5. I roll a 2. It fails to chomp you with its jaws. Seyda, you're next.
Oh. Get you back for trying to chomp me. Great sword plus 7. That's an 11 plus 7 is 18.
You hit. Its AC was 13.
Yay. 2d6 plus 2. That's a 2 and a 1 is 3 plus 2 is 5.
Okay, you hit its pulsating brain dome with your greatsword. You split it. The fluid it was suspended in comes draining out, and the thing just immediately becomes lifeless.
Does that
Did she
count
get-
as a
I was gonna say,
decapitation?
Does
Does
it
she
count?
get covered in any of that brain goo? Does it?
No, that just kind of like leaks out. It was very thick, almost like a kind of jelly.
Okay, gelatinous brain goo.
Ooh, brain jelly.
Yeah, which leaves Hjani facing the remaining one. No, Hjani, you're stuck. You have to
I'm
get
still
out.
stuck.
You're still stuck on,
Still
leaving
spaffed.
Hjani flailing around, stuck under web on the floor.
Okay, so I'll try to
But,
escape.
but when you look up, you see the beautiful atrium.
Oh, it's gorgeous. Oh, I could stay like this for a moment, actually.
She didn't get any in her eye?
Finally.
No,
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, my escape artist is plus 5, so let's try this again. I need to get 13. 13, come on. 20! Natural 20!
yeah, you get out of it so well that you literally spring out and kip up to your feet, regaining your bow and are able to take a shot.
Great, I'll take a shot. It is a plus 9 with my longbow.
It's AC 13.
7 plus 9 is 16.
You sink an arrow right into its brain dome.
Right, brain dome. Let's see how much damage you get. 6 plus 1, 7.
You penetrate the brain dome with an
Oh,
arrow,
For God's sake.
sticking it right into the brain, and it becomes immediately lifeless. Both of the creatures have died. At which point, Onas recalls where he has seen them before, in a tome of wondrous beasts and strange tales.
But, oh, that's right. Now I remember. Now I've seen those brain.
You're like, how could you not know spiders
could
with
I?
brain dome? These are the legendary Arania, spiderous creatures that were once birthed from another dimension, but now can be brought to life in our own times or summoned by evil sorcerers.
So they're not shapeshifters then?
They have the power to shapeshift.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's a pretty big power to...
So this is their
have.
original form.
Okay.
And you have seen, so you now realise that Gop is one of them too, but he's outside the walls somewhere.
And of course, they were also in Doom and Doom 2 as well. Big spider things.
Were they? These exact ones, though?
Yeah, they had brain dome big. They were a bit more robotic, but they were...
So the
Gop
people,
is
the
a
people who wrote,
Spider-Man?
so the people who wrote Doom, like took monsters out of D&D for it. I guess they did. It's just
They
full of
probably did,
monsters,
actually.
isn't it? Yeah.
They probably
Possibly.
did. They have definitely brain domed spiders, and they were badass.
This is going to seem like a lot, but they did have spell casting ability, and the next round would have been even more spells. But each one of these is worth 1,200 points,
Wow.
Ooh, lovely.
and you've defeated 2 of them, which means you get
600.
600 each for them.
And Hjani, doesn't your skin feel much better after that spider spaff face pack you were wearing? Mine feels like it's glowing.
Once again, it didn't get into my face, really.
Didn't it? I thought it was all okay.
No.
That was all over my face. It was covered in it.
Well, you're a small man.
Yeah, tasted kind of salty. I think I've been eating
It was mostly
bananas.
just over my chest. It was kind of gross. Still.
Anyway,
That can
Bjorn, I
work.
think they would be man spiders, not Spider-Men.
Well, that's the thing. I don't like.
Man
Do they
spider,
live their lives as
man
men, or do
spider.
they live their lives as spiders? But they're also like
Ask Onas, he may
clever
know.
sentient beings. We could have
They're
talked
kind
to them.
of. They're
Are they
kind of I
Spider-Man?
tried talking to them at the beginning because
I know. I'm not blaming.
They're
us.
just dicks. I mean, they're sentient beings, but they're fucking dicks.
Yeah, I just go over and slap what could be their faces.
But
I'm
are
go-
they Spider-Men
Hjani
or
does
man
that.
spiders?
We don't know, but I know that I walk up to one of them and spit on it and then say, "Here's looking at goo,"
You do that. It happens. Bjorn, what do you think?
I gotta hand it to him. That was actually really good.
Did we just get 600 points each?
Yes.
You did. Make a note, add it to the current total, and make a new total.
That's what I've done.
Well, I don't want
you're
to
ahead of
beat
the
a
game.
dead
I'm way
spider
ahead of everybody
pony,
here.
so let's move on.
I'm actually kicking ass on points.
Wow,
Compared
everybody
to
goes
all
to
of
level
you.
5.
What is that? Let's declare for the show. What's everyone's current experience? At level 5, you need 10,000 points to reach the next level.
Yep, I'm on.
To reach level 5, sorry.
Yeah.
Right? You're at level 4, you need 10,000 to reach level 5. Onas, how many do you have?
9256.
9206.
9,706.
Whoa.
That was those role-playing bonuses.
Yeah, I'm 9406.
I love that
Whoa.
show.
Kikathra
9406.
the one
Oh
about
my God.
the
All
kid,
those
the kids
blonde
of the
kids and their
nobles.
drama.
Oh,
The
those
noble
Hellfire,
family's kids going to the academy in the capital.
Those Hellfire Pit girls, that accent.
And they all have expensive horses and jewelry and can like rule the roost over the city. Yeah. Okay, awesome. So you are in the beautiful blue glowing atrium.
Oh, I want to go back to my seeding. I want to grab some of them seeds.
Okay, you use your dagger to whittle off a pod.
Whittle.
And you successfully bag it.
Does it still glow once he cuts it off?
Yes, it does actually.
Yeah.
I want to look more into it though. Like
Yeah, well, you have alchemy and brewing skills. You could potentially do something with this.
don't tell me what I have.
What do you have, Bjorn?
I have alchemy and brewing. You know what? Forget it. I just want to mortar and pestle this thing and figure out what makes it tick.
Okay, do you want to do that while the others take
Yeah,
action?
that's what I'm doing. I'm mortaring, I'm pestling, and I just want to figure it out.
So before we got distracted by these man spider ponies, I wanted to look in that door in the center pillar.
Yeah, I come along too because I'm interested in the pillar.
Yeah, inside the archway, you see that the pillar is filled basically by an ascending spiral staircase.
Oh, it only goes up?
Yes.
All right, then I want to check out some of the doors along the sides.
The east, west, or north archways.
All right, let's go to the western arch then. I
I
go to the western arch.
Follow you to the western arch.
I follow as well.
And Bjorn, you're mortar and pestling with this thing, right? But by the way, you can already like what's your because you got profession brewing as well. What's your alchemy skill?
Alchemy is +5.
I want you to make a roll and see if you can beat DC 12. Okay.
17 + 5.
Bjorn, you have just invented this world's version of absinthe. Except in this world, it's blue.
No.
A combination of your alchemy and a potent spirit, slightly viscous, glows up blue, and just gives people
Yeah, but
mad hallucinations.
I don't know what I just created.
You do, because you're an experienced brewer. That's actually in your profession skills. So you know that using this and adding some other stuff, mortar and pestling it, using your judgment, you're like, I could use this to make this like potent glowing. You think this is going to sell like hotcakes, and basically like you could basically quit the adventuring and just become, Bjorn the inventor of absinthe in this world. That's what's going through your mind now. Of course, there'll be more to this
Oh, for
at
sure.
one point, but that's
All right, well, I vial up my my new absinthe. So that's 1 vial of absinthe.
Blue synth.
Kikathrin's.
Well, you know how real absinthe is
Yeah.
the color of ab.
That's right. green. No, it's not called green synth, is it? You're right. Yes,
Elfsynth.
I've just tested that and
Elfsynth.
found it to be
Elfsynth.
true. Yeah.
That's very scientific for you.
Okay. Going over to the east. Here is what Hjani and Seyda encounter. Oh, by the way,
I came
your-
along as well. I was
your celestial riding dog returns to the celestial realm.
You throw a celestial ball and it just follows it, and they both disappear.
So beyond the west arch is a stone antechamber. It's a 40-foot-long rectangular hall with oversized spider webs covering the ceiling. At the far end are facing archways on the north and south walls, respectively.
Is there any treasure?
Beyond the west arch is a stone antechamber. It's a 40-foot-long rectangular hall with oversized spider webs covering the ceiling. It's devoid of anything apart from
Okay.
the north and south arched exits.
And we want to shoot up a lighted arrow.
Bjorn is not there.
Okay, well, we know what's in this room, I guess.
You can
kind
go
of.
north or south. from it.
Oh, okay.
Hey guys, wait for me. Run.
Well, why don't we check out what's beyond the other doors first before we make our final decision?
Yes, we do that.
So let's go to the north door now.
The north door.
The north one in the giant room, circular room.
You cross the shiny, glowing atrium. The north arched entrance is elaborately carved. It resembles a kind of feathered snake twisting its way around the arch's frame. At one time, it seemed to have been painted in bright colours, but now it's only got faded flakes stuck around parts of it. Just beyond the arch is a back wall of an east-west passage going to your left or right. The left-hand branch has dark red blotches on the floor leading further west. Onas, you would like to check the eastern one?
I think we should. We've checked the other
Can I
arches, so we go east.
Okay. You look over to the east, and what you see there, beyond the eastern arch, is an antechamber, a kind of squat hallway. But here, the ceiling corners are covered in strands of web, but the walls are hung with tapestries. They depict scenes that you now recognise as being part of the Ikivana culture that you have seen in your visions. On your right, one work shows the construction of the monolith, being aided by a powerful sorcerer. It is apparent that these tapestries have been cleaned up and moved here from elsewhere. At the end of the antechamber, just 30 feet away, are facing arched entrances on the north and south walls.
We could hang out here and let's check out these tapestries. These look pretty interesting. Anyone else into tapestries?
We'll take a closer look.
I'll take a closer look at the tapestries.
You do so. You start to check out the tapestries, Seyda and Bjorn and Hjani.
Wow, I could look at these for days.
I bet you could.
They're pretty.
Come in here, guys. Let's look at the tapestries.
I don't want to see.
I don't want to see any of this. Let's. Why don't we go up? I think there's an instinct in me that says we should go up.
It's just going to be full of spiders. It's probably spider tapestries. Let's just go up.
Yeah, okay. I'm kind of sick of spiders, but yeah, let's do it.
Okay, how would you like to go up?
Well, there was that staircase in the middle, right?
I'd like to pogo up, please.
Okay. Hjani, you return to the arch of the stairs and you walk up around the first corner of the spiral, and immediately it kind of ends above you at what looks like a solid concrete block.
What? Well,
they're just
color me disappointed.
They're just show stairs. Fake show stairs.
I don't think they put show stairs into a giant monolith. There's definitely something up
This
there.
might be one of those show monoliths. You think about buying a monolith, you just go and see a show monolith.
I just pound on the ceiling for a moment.
It's really, really rock solid, like a piece of rock.
Maybe they forgot to finish it.
Maybe we should just go and look at the tapestry some more. We can't get up. It's
have climb skill, and I haven't used my climb skill. I want to climb something.
You previously checked the vines and saw that they are,
climb.
twisted, knotted, completely covering the walls. This is the kind of thing where you can't fail to climb.
I think they
Except
were
that if you
expressly
got
described
attacked.
as being pretty much made for climbing.
Like a climbing frame almost.
Yes, those are the words. There's the one. Are there places that... How high up are we going to be climbing? Up to the very
Well, can
top?
we even see how high
It literally
this is?
goes so first of all, you can see quite far because of all this bioluminescence, right? And it literally goes as far up until it literally starts to taper in your vision.
Right.
So that's pretty high. As far as you're aware, you're somewhere within the first 3 stories of this monolith. And from the outside, it's pretty fucking high.
Right.
Like this huge thing on top of this mountain ridge overlooking an entire valley.
Okay, so let's steel ourselves for a long climb. In case somebody falls down, does anybody need healing?
How is everyone?
I'm on 22 out of 25.
I'm on 20 out of 23. I'm okay.
I'm 19, which
19 out of 30?
23, 26.
26. Okay.
So, I don't
You
know.
can do with a little something.
yeah.
I guess so, but we don't really have a little. We only have a lot, right?
Yeah, but... Because I'm at 39 out of 47. I'm like, it's
How many
it's
charges
okay.
have you got in that stick of yours?
I've got 3 more left.
Okay.
So use 2 on you guys.
Do you want a taste of some...
It's a nice
Absinthe?
stick. No.
Right now?
We don't know what it's going to do.
This sounds like the Bjorn we used to know.
Yeah.
Gosh, next you're going to try to get me hooked on the poppy again.
I pump my stat at healing at Hjani.
All right.
Okay, roll 2d8 and add 2.
Yeah. 3 plus 7, 10. So I'm just fully healed up.
Awesome. You're back to your maximum of...
26.
Okay.
26.
Anyone else?
I'm going to use that myself because I haven't had a go on it yet, and it's my staff.
Awesome. You get this two-handed long staff and somehow kind of like... You hold it out like basically like a long pipe, essentially, poking the business end at your own face. And what happens?
It's like you're singing to yourself in the shower.
Remember the spaff.
Is that the name of the song she's singing? Is it? Sing to self.
It's an old plain standard.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
1 8 and 1 3 is 11. I'm okay.
+2. So you're back to your maximum of...
Back to 47.
Okay, you start to ascend, climbing hand over foot. I don't know how your foot got above your hand, but you were climbing up and up and up. And in fact, at first, you climbed for almost like 30 minutes of climbing and climbing. Looking down, Bjorn.
I'm climbing ahead of all of you guys because I'm the fastest.
I know what you're going to do.
No, I shout down, "Hey guys, follow me on Vine," and we keep going.
I thought you were going to do moon climbing.
No,
that'd be ridiculous.
Stupid. Go on,
Dumb.
sorry,
Yeah.
Andy. Please.
No, noted. After 30 minutes, looking down, the floor of the atrium is basically, in your view, a coin. But the whole way, this central pillar just keeps going up and up. You climb again for about an hour in total. Your limbs are aching, and you feel like you must have climbed up most of the height of the monolith itself. But above you, you start to see something. Now, it's still this sort of circular shaft continuing up. What you see is there is a circular walkway going all around the inside edge of the blue-lit shaft. So like a one-person wide like balcony, essentially, going around the entire edge. You're looking essentially at the underside of it, so it's almost like an overhang you'd have to climb around.
How wide is it?
Well, for one person to walk around. Yeah. Now you also see the underside of another straight walkway coming out from the north side like a spoke and joining the central pillar. And you are sort of beneath this new level. Finally, there appears to be a dim but visible white glow up on the east side of all this, just above the walkway. But the underside of the walkway kind of blocks your view to exactly what it is, but it's kind of almost like light entering. So you're almost to this walkway, but you're on the vines below it. And it's a long way down. You can't even see the atrium floor now.
I'd like to haul myself up onto that platform and have a bit of rest. Rest the guns.
Says Onas, the sorcerer scribe.
Strength 8. -1 modifier.
You know, you were able to make this climb.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so you pull yourself up and you find yourself basically on the south side. Onas first. Followed by Bjorn, who was faster, but he kind of let Onas go up first, just in case anything terrible was going to happen.
Hey, I follow back.
Yeah. And then Hjani and Seyda join up. So you all climb up over the edge and you're on this walkway. So standing on this walkway, you try to get your bearings. First, there are no railings or ropes. Any wrong step forward and you'd plunge all the way back to the bottom, which, unless you have some sort of magical save or something up your sleeve, is certain death. Yeah, Hjani?
Getting our bearings, could you say we're getting acclimatized?
Yes. I accept that.
Oh, I didn't get it, but I think I did get it, but my brain as a defense mechanism prevented me from getting that, but then I got it and I hate it.
Okay. There is indeed a spoke on the north side, a narrow suspended path reaching out to the central pillar, but you can't see from the south where it reaches. The east and west sides have 40-foot facing openings, huge wide openings in the wall, which are like huge halls. The western wing looks dark, but the eastern wing has natural white light streaming out from it, and you feel cold, fresh air blowing in. The vines and flowers do not continue up above this point, and you can't see how much further up it goes. The north and south points, and you're standing at the south, also have small openings, like entrances to rooms, but they're obscured by shadows. So you're on the south side, you're looking at the central pillar and the walkways. To the east and west are these huge, sort of long, 40-foot long hall openings, one of which has natural daylight and fresh air streaming in from some point.
Yes, I'd head for the light.
Yeah, I could use a breath of fresh air after all this time.
Yeah.
You walk around to the east. The east hall is a dazzling sight. Firstly, the far end, perhaps 100 feet away, is open to the sky. Your eyes struggle to adjust, and you mainly see white blurs unless you sort of struggle to focus, and you're getting real glare off this. A cold wind blows in your face, threatening to gust at any moment. And behind you is just a sheer drop. Squinting, you see that the ceiling, walls, and floor of the hall are encased in ice, creating a wide, almost circular tunnel. So this 40-foot wide hall entrance seems to go all the way to the edge of the monolith, break out to the outside, where the daylight is streaming in. And it's been somehow encased in, it's like a wide oval ice tunnel going all the way down.
But it's empty, it's barren and empty. It's
just like a huge, long, 100-foot long, 40-foot wide ice tunnel going to the outside of the monolith.
Okay, let's not go down that windswept, icy tunnel that's however high up above the thing. Let's get out of the doorway, this entrance way. Yeah, back around.
You want to walk back around to the west side?
Yeah.
Okay, you walk safely the way you came, again, pausing now and again to sort of, look over your right shoulder at this huge pit of glowing blue, essentially.
Mm-hmm. I can't believe we started from the bottom, and now we're here. Like, it's incredible.
You've done it. That's right. Another success for Bjorn, a thing that he has accomplished.
Write it down, Onas.
Okay. This other hall on the west side is opposite. This one has walls of dark granite. The section nearest you is glistening with frost. The light from the opposite side provides a limited view. This deep hall is devoid of furniture or features, but the floor has scratches and rends, punctuated with patches of black ice, visible only when the light opposite glints on its surface. Looking deep inside, something else catches the light. At the back of the hall, somewhere in the darkness, the farthest reaching beams of light glitter and bounce off myriad points of gold. And for a moment, illuminated and seemingly hovering in the air as the light glances off it, you see what must be a large greatsword with a golden blade.
Ooh.
Wow.
So this is down the far end of the opposing 100-foot wide hall. But the light from the other side is shining down, and these things are sort of glinting and appearing somewhere down the back of it.
Well, that looks like a nice big treasure hall. Is it like a big pile of treasure, or is it a...
Yeah, and from here as well, you can see, by the way, that where the walkway north hits the central pillar, there's another arch leading into the central staircase. Yeah. Okay, so you're looking into that place I just described with the glinting and glistening down the bottom.
Great sword.
Let's go in. Let's check it out.
Okay, now this is wide enough to go side by side, but I'm assuming your normal marching order, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you start walking in. At this point, you will need a light source to see clearly.
I have more torches.
Oh.
I light another torch.
Seyda lights a torch, and again, it's just like a big granite slot going all the way down. It's devoid of features. The floor is all ripped up and rent by some kind of powerful claws. The walls glisten with sort of frost and black ice. And as you get, further and further in, you start to see this treasure pile come to light. And finally, you're at the back of this essentially sort of cave.
Hang on, how big are these clawy rends?
I'm going to say about each sort of rend mark is about 2 or 3 feet. Not like so huge, but yeah. The claw that made them is at least like 5 times bigger than your hand. Yeah.
So it's like a badger or something.
Bunnies.
A big badger. Bunnies.
Bunnies, yeah.
Maybe a bit bigger than that, but
big bunnies.
Real big bunnies.
I'm going to jump to what it is that you see down there.
I spy with my little eye.
So now you're right down the back of this hall, and looking back behind you, you just see, darkness and then the sort of daylight on the far opposite side. There is a massive pile of treasure down here. What looks to be at least a couple of 1,000 gold pieces, platinum coins scattered on top of that, sparkling gems, a rolled up tapestry, another one of these tapestry which is sparkling with golden and silver inlaid threads. You see potions, you see a big battle axe, you see the greatsword is actually fixed on the wall, and you see potions and a bunch of stuff in just like a huge pile. And this is now only 10 feet in front of you as you shine the torch on it and watch the golden light shine off all this stuff.
It's a good thing that gold doesn't seem to weigh us down at all in this world.
When it gets past a certain point, it will do.
This might be the point.
Right, I put my body between myself and my the treasure and my teammates, and I say, guys, this stuff belongs in a museum. I know that you guys... What?
Do we have museums?
Shut up.
You do. In the Cacathrin capital are marvellous marble-halled and pillared museums, a testament to elven civilization.
Yeah, so shut
Elven
up.
museums.
You know we do.
Elf museums.
Well, you know, Seyda's from the plains and has never been to the capital.
All right, I understand that you might not know that we do. But all this stuff belongs in there after I appraise it.
Well, I can appraise that great sword right now.
All right,
looking pretty
Pagan,
great.
go get it.
Would you like to get it?
I cautiously walk towards the great sword.
Cautious.
Okay, you walk up, and it's very, very odd. It's not like put on. It's like sitting on a kind of shelf in a way. And when you look at it, you can see the handle and the haft is really solid and made of bronze, but the blade is almost shimmering.
Ooh.
What's the shaft like?
Are you examining the shaft?
I'm just wondering if, what's the shaft like?
It's nice.
It's,
Don't prick yourself.
It's like a typical bronze shaft on a sword. It has striations going around it in a spiral pattern.
Hang on, that sounds familiar. Anyway, go on.
Seyda, what would you like to do?
Cautious.
Yeah.
I reach out and touch the great sword, the shaft of the great sword.
You mean the blade or the handle?
The handle.
The handle, okay.
Yeah.
You reach out and touch the handle, and the following thing happens. You feel compelled to grab it, and you pull it off, at which point the shimmering blade disappears.
Oh.
And then you guys stand back. You feel a strong magic, Onas, as you see Seyda's own sword levitate out in front of her. And the haft... Sorry, I can't... This is Adam.
Look, she's already pulled it off, so...
Yes, exactly.
Very strong.
Takes a break after you strongly pull it off.
Maybe too strong. Maybe
Your own sword floats in the air before you, and the handle of that one disappears, and your blade merges with this handle. And at that point, you get a kind of knowledge in your mind that this sword was once owned by a previous great barbarian hero, and has somehow found its way here.
Which great barbarian hero?
One that owned a great sword +2 of spell storing.
A great sword +2 of spell.
Storing.
What that means is, first of all, it gives you an extra +2 to hit and damage. But when someone casts a spell on you, it can absorb and deflect and keep one of those spells. And it stays in there until you choose to fire it back at someone.
Ooh.
But only one at a time. So if a second spell's cast at you, that just hits you as normal.
So now my great sword has an attack bonus of... Is it the damage or the attack bonus?
Both get the +2.
Okay, so attack bonus +9.
Yeah. Something
Damage
else about to
+4.
happen too. You hear a large, piercing reptilian shriek come echoing
Ooh, is it a dragon?
outside behind you. It sounds very familiar.
Dragons, reptiles.
They are reptilian.
We are
Some
at
might
a
say
treasure
draconian.
trove, too.
Yeah.
They're based on reptiles.
The longer you guys talk like this, the longer you're dragging this on.